You're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio. iLive Radio.
Make sure you start your weekend right with that Saturday vibe on iLive UK.
I wanna dance tonight. I wanna toast tonight. I'll spend my money tonight. I'll spend my money tonight. I wanna dance tonight. I wanna toast tonight. I'll spend my money tonight. I wanna freak it tonight. First thing we need to do is buy brand new fits for you. Make sure that you look good. Make sure that I smell good. Let's purchase 2 new Bentleys. I know that it looks trendy. So glad that it's not windy. Here comes that girl named Donnie. Ask if she wants to go. Tonight's gonna be hot for sure. Big dancing on the floor. Folks stripping, I don't know. Money flying everywhere. Champagne, we won't go there. Bottles popping in the air. They'll be screaming, I don't care. I wanna
Yes. What's going on, everybody around the world? You are listening to That Saturday Vibe. I am your host, Sims Mode, here with you until now and 6 o'clock. So, in the studio with me, I have a guest. And it's one of my regular guests that usually be on my show with Miss Law. It is Miss B.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody.
How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. It's nice to be here with you today.
Good.
It's nice to be here with you today.
Brilliant. So I know you've got a new show coming up on iLive UK, but don't say anything anymore about that, but it's coming soon. So make sure you head over to our website, which is uk.iliveradio.com. If you want to get involved, WhatsApp text only to 07564 265 257. We are also on social media. Just look for iLive UK. And also, we have a brand new app which has iLive Toronto, iLive UK and iLive Caribbean. So make sure you go on your Google Play Store, type in iLive Radio Network. And once you see that, you will see us there. Make sure you download, make sure you tell everybody to get this brand new app. So we have some news in brief today, as usual, and we have two topics. So I want to start off with what am I doing? Big up to Deep Sound for the last 2 hours of Beats and Bass show. Make sure you catch him same time, same place between the hours of 2 and 4. So my two topics that I have today, they are kind of related to the COVID-19 because, you know, that's what you're hearing all the time in the news. But I just wanted to ask the question to parents and carers and guardians. What are your thoughts on the possibility of the schools reopening in March? Would you say you are ready for your child or children to go back to school? Well, I don't have children per se, but I feel that I know kids being out of school for so long that I'm assuming they keep asking their parents, you know, when can I go back to school? I miss my friends, I miss my teachers, and I'm assuming that they may be a bit bored being at home for so long. Miss B, what is your take on this topic?
Well, I think that children will be ready to come back. Parents, not so sure about them thinking about their children coming back so soon. However, the parents that work from home, they're going to need that bit of space. Yeah. And I'm sure as soon as the schools are safe enough for them to come back to, they'll be sending their kids back into school.
So I'm thinking, obviously Boris Johnson is going to be having his press conference on Monday, going to be outlining if lockdown is going to be lifted and also talk about the reopening of schools and colleges, etc. But with the schools, what they had in place, do you feel that is sufficient, or do the government need to step in a bit more to reassure parents that they can send their children to school knowing that safety precautions are there?
I think most schools are following the government guidelines anyway, and, you know, each head will run their school differently, so what might be safe in one school or seen as safe in one school might not be seen safe in another school. Right. So I think it's going to take a lot of strategizing and coming together. I don't know whether it's going to make any difference to the government stepping in as such, because we're going to be following the guidelines, or schools will be following the guidelines anyway. Yeah. It's just making sure that the schools ensure that the children are safe, the parents are safe, and just that they follow the protocols. Right,
because I know you work in education. Here's my thought: if I was to tell schools up and down the country how they should set up So you see, like where you have desks, would they have separate desks with like a kind of shield around it so they're not technically next to each other, or would that not work?
Right, so they already, in the school that I work in, they've already got separate desks.
Ah, okay.
And there's, instead of them face fronting each other, they're sitting side by side with as much as a 1 metre space as possible,
Right.
as much as a 2 metre space as possible. When they do anything, we encourage no contact games. So in the playground, there's no contact games. We have installed more washing stations
Facilities,
where there's only a certain amount of children to be able to be at the sink at each time. So to guide the children, there's footprints sprayed onto the floor.
Yeah.
So they've got guidance. Okay, there's one child here, you've got 2 metre space, there's another child here,
Right,
you've got...
yeah.
you
So they know they have to be on that footprint.
And we do remind the children about hands, face, space.
Ah, yeah.
That's something that we kind of go through all
Yeah.
the time. And in communal areas, staff have to wear face coverings.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not sure what other stuff can be done. I mean, I know we already gradually get the children to come in at certain gates. So
Yeah.
each phase or bubble, you'd say, will be told that, okay, say nursery and reception, the children will come in at like 10 to 9.
Yeah.
Then the children in phase 1, which is key stage 1,
Mm-hmm.
will come in at 9 o'clock. Registration. They've also got to change their shoes, wash their hands before they even enter the building. They wash
Right.
their hands before they go in.
Yeah.
Change their shoes, so they've got to have indoor shoes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so we have
yeah.
indoor shoes, which is only supposed to be worn on the premises,
Mm-hmm.
and then also sanitizers attached to each class door.
Okay. So they know before they even go in, they've got to
Yeah.
use the hand sanitizer. Okay, that sounds reassuring and brilliant and all that. But also I have another topic as well. So this week there was an advertisement targeting, to be fair, the Black and Asian ethnic minority group, basically telling that group that the vaccine is safe because their records show that there is a small percentage of the Black and Asian ethnic minority groups not taking the vaccine. I think they had Beverly Knight as one of the people talking. They had what's his name? Who?
Tyler Perry did one also
For the
where-
UK?
I don't know if it was for the UK.
Oh no, this advertisement was based for the UK. It had the actor who plays Dr. Griffin in Holby City. I can't remember who else as well, but I saw it and it kind of went through one ear and come out the other. So you can assume my intake or input on the vaccine. They tell you it's safe, it doesn't contain any animal products, and it goes on. It's basically trying to reassure that group. But I just wanted to know from that group as well, what have you taken the vaccine? If you haven't, why? And if you have taken it, how do you feel about taking, because remember it's in 2 stages, right? You've got to take the first one and then the next one in a couple of weeks or something like that. So Miss B, what is your thoughts on the vaccine? Have you taken it?
No, I haven't at this point. No, I haven't
Right.
taken it.
Would you be willing to take it, or are you still skeptical, and is it a thing you need to do more research on it?
So I think I would like to do more research on it, as I have an underlying health condition.
Right.
So even though they're saying it's safe to take, there's certain medication that for everybody with underlying conditions, they wouldn't be able to take.
Yeah.
So I need to do my research to know, does it contain X, Y, Z?
Yeah.
Just say, for example. Also, all these people have gone to take it for their own reasons, but I haven't seen enough evidence for myself to show that it works, and the side effects that some people are having, some people are not having. Some friends that I've talked to, which are from our ethnic minority group, have had really bad side effects, and they don't have any underlying issues.
Right.
So for me, I'm still a bit dubious about it. I've heard people saying that they're going to wait till June, where there is going to be more data, more evidence to show whether or not if it affects people.
Yeah.
And, you know, just to kind of feel good within myself.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm actually even going to take it. I think it might be a case of I'll be forced to take it if I want to get on a plane.
Yeah. Okay. Because that has been brought up in the past. Also, I have a message in the iLife chat room. Good afternoon, Desire. So she says, I am not prepared to take it because of past experiments on people of colour. So that's a valid point right there, because history has shown that us in the black community, because that's who I can talk about, has been subjected to being like, you know, test dummies kind of thing, to test these things they have, and it not working out well for us and basically killing us. So thank you for that, Desire, for your comment. Make sure you join the chat room, uk.iliveradio.com. Leave your messages in there. Also, I am on WhatsApp as well, but that's text only to 07 564 265 257. So, gonna go into some music, and I got to big up this lady called Just So. I played one of her tracks a few weeks ago called Folding Paper, but she has a new track by the name of Dolo, and it was produced by Iman Omari. And if you want to get her track, I'm going to give you the details afterwards. So, Just So, Dolo.
Never let someone hand something to me.
And that was the sounds of Just So with Dolo. If you want to purchase this track, go and purchase the track. Go to ilivemusic.bandcamp.com. Make sure you go and support. This girl is amazing. Also, I just wanted to talk about this quickly because I was just talking about this in the break. D'Angelo has announced a live versus event at the Apollo Theatre. So it's a D'Angelo versus Friends, and it's on Saturday, the 27th of February at 8 p.m. EST, but for us in the UK, it's Sunday, 1 a.m., right? So I got excited about this, and I'm like, who's the friends? You know what I mean? Because usually you would know who you're going to be versing, but there's no information saying like who he's going to have. So Miss B, who would you think would be as the friends to verse D'Angelo, or who would you like?
Ooh, that's a hard choice to make right now. Oh my gosh!
But remember, this is Friends, so it can be maybe 3 or 4 people that's going to be versing one guy, D'Angelo.
It could be a whole group, couldn't it? Like H-Town, or is that too far back? Or
well, I was kind of more thinking along the lines, for me, maybe Music Soul Child.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, Jill Scott's done it with Erykah Badu, but I'm trying to figure out.
John Legend's already done it.
Yeah, John Legend's done it already with Alicia Keys, right?
Usher?
So I'm thinking, yeah, maybe. But I'm thinking, because D'Angelo's more known for his neo soul, so I'm thinking, is he going to have Angie Stone?
Oh my God, that would be great.
Yeah,
that would be great. But as I was saying to you, I love D'Angelo.
Yeah.
So I'm so looking forward to this.
Yeah, I'm excited about it as well. As I said, it's next Saturday, the 27th of February at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But for us in the UK, it is at 1 a.m. So make sure you get your nap beforehand so you can be up and ready for that. So I'm going to go into another track. This is the sounds of Venus, which is V, the number 3, N-U-S, with Senses.
The way I feel about this thing we have, it got me so warm inside. Loving you completely is really something that's changed on my mind. I think that I could find 1,000 words that say how I feel. Like having, wanting, needing, they all appeal to my senses. Ooh. Seeing, smelling, touching, tasting you. Yeah. See, I met him back in '99. We had a moment hooping at the park, I think a Friday night. I saw his pretty skin, his melanin was glistening. I love the way he bought. My Omar X was vibing without talking, like a silent caller. On the landline, girl, I'm trying to land mine. Yeah, telling all my sisters about this guy that's so fine. I had them gassing me on heavy G. I finally got my nerves up. We met up at a parking lot, was nervous when he swerved up. But the vibe was so right, we could talk all night. Young and awoke, the things that we spoke were beyond our own time. Tried to stay connected, but like friends, somehow we fell off. If I could turn back time to '99, I think that I could find 1,000 words that say how I feel. Like having, wanting, needing, they all appeal to my senses.
and that was the sounds of Venus, which is V, the number 3, NUS, with Senses. So, also in the news this week, we had Dave Chappelle announcing his return to his comedy show to Netflix. So, he done a Instagram post this week. Basically, so he had this kind of issue with Comedy Central. I'm assuming that he wanted it just to stay with Netflix, but Comedy Central decided to play it on there. Even though he did sign a contract, it's like he wanted it to, remain on Netflix. But the fans spoke, because it's like, once he told his fans, do not watch my show on Comedy Central, don't do nothing with it, just leave it, the ratings dropped, right? So Comedy Central was like, okay, you win, basically. So it's like, I want to remind people that if you have a craft that you're good at, just know your worth, and that you can't be just used here and there. So he took to social media to basically tell his fans, look, this is not on. I don't want no one watching it on Comedy Central, but now it's back on Netflix, so everybody can go over to Netflix and watch his show. Yes, Miss B.
I was just going to say, I'm not sure if I know who Dave Chappelle is, so I'm going to go, when I go home,
you would know who he is. He's a well-known comedian, really funny from back in the day. He done some sketches pertaining to Prince and some others. So, when you get a chance, look on your phone, go on to your search engine and type Dave Chappelle Netflix, and go and check him out. He is funny. He's controversial, but he's really funny. Also this week, sadly, we lost Daddy U-Roy, should I say, reggae artist and toasting pioneer, who passed away at the age of 78. U-Roy, the influential reggae artist who specialised in the art of toasting and whose style became a key precursor in the early developments of hip-hop, has died at the age of 78. The singer and producer died in his native Jamaica on Wednesday after a long illness. That was Loop Jamaica who reported that. We are very sad to announce that pioneering DJ who revolutionized the sound of Jamaican music in the early 70s, Ewart Beckford, aka U-Roy, has passed away at the age of 78 yesterday in Jamaica. That was a tweet from Trojan Records. So it's really sad. So I want to pay my tribute to the reggae legend, toasting legend, and this is the sound of...
This station rules the nation with version. Come again. You can do it, people, do it. Do it like you never do before. You can keep on coming to a door. Shake me, we shake like a day. Rock it, sweat. Sweat, baby, sweat. Whatever you fret. Sweat, baby, sweat like I said. You can do it, daddy, do it. You can do it, baby, do it. Move, baby, move. Lord of mercy. Groove, baby. Lord of mercy, I play. Because this girl today. Sweet, baby, sweet as I say. Hear what my brother would say. Instead of fussing and fighting, why not just get together and live in one love and one unity, you know? Rebel in the morning, rebel in the evening too. Now don't you be like a devil when I play with songs called a rebel, rebel, rebel. Now you mean, you know? Lion says the great adventurer. You can hear what I say, let there be love. See the morning sun on the inside. Nothing in this world they could I never do. Not living good. Never to stop, not to dread from living up, y'all. Said I'm a living man and I got a lot of work to do. Said I'm a living man. I've got work to do. Woo! Music gotta come on over, rock it with me now. Come rock it on over, baby. Step it on over. Say rebel in the morning, a rebel in the evening. Down and say you gotta come on over and rock it on round there. Each best not a sound of capture, you know. So make it an adventure here, dear, and everywhere you can hear me when I say so. Ride him all way down there. Yeah, so you're gonna rock it on over. Means that I gotta get stepping, you know. So baby, baby, say rebel style, a runaway child, I beg you stop your running wild. See the morning sun on the inside. Nothing in this world they could I never do. From stop Nazi dread, from stepping up higher and higher. Let my titties say. Say I'm a living man. And I've got a lot of work to do now and they brought it on the way. I've got work to do. So come on over, I'll make you rock it on down there. Say ride on, ride on, ride on, ride on, ride on, ride on there. Eat the town and tell the people about the musical disc coming your way. Now we the time and tell the people I've got a musical disc and I can't afford to believe. Like a plain musical disc with straight. It's cropping, so drop it like an Alabama Robbie. Yeah! It's any old ways out there. Do it, baby, do it. You can wake it up, baby, you can wake it up. Shake it up, baby, but don't break it up, you know, girl. time, but never you be wrong. Kind of clean and strong. Strong, strong, strong. Yeah. Shooby, dooby, shooby, dooby, dooby, I love you so. And I want the world to know you know her. Out of this world that I play, music and this got to play. Shabba dooby left to baby, Steve you to baby, Shabba dooby left to baby, Steve you to baby, Shabba dooby left to baby. Shake baby, shake like a leaf on the sea.
And that was the sounds of you, Roy, with Wake the Town and Tell the People. And before that was Natty Rebel. And before that is This Station Rule the Nation, which it does. iLive UK does rule the nation. But yeah, my condolences to his family and loved ones right now. Such a sad news, man, to hear about these legends just, passing away. So I want to go back to the topic that we have. We've got two. So the first one is, what are your thoughts on the possibility of the schools reopening in March? Are you ready for your child or children to go back to school? And then the second topic is, this week there was an advertisement basically asking or encouraging the Black and Asian ethnic minority community to reassure that taking the vaccine is safe. So how do you feel about that? Did you watch the advertisement that they've been advertising more or less like this week? Have you taken the vaccine? If you have, how do you feel? Are you feeling okay? If you haven't, what are your reasons for not taking it? As I said, the website is uk.iliveradio.com. I am in the chat room, so don't be shy. Say hi. So, in more news, because I got a lot of news today, right? I know you can hear me flipping the papers because I got so much stuff to give you. And the next news is local news. Hackney Leisure Centre pool ready to reopen after fire. The pool in an Islington Leisure Centre is now ready to reopen following a devastating fire. Highbury Leisure Centre was badly damaged by a blaze in 2018, with its roof completely gutted. According to eyewitnesses, just 16 months after it was given a $2.5 million refurbishment. Soon after the incident, the London Fire Brigade confirmed the flames were started by contractors working on the roof of the GLL run facility. Wow. So there is a main 25-metre pool with 6 lanes alongside a 10.44 metre by 9.47 metre teaching pool and glades spectator gallery. So I'm happy about this. I'm glad they're able to get the money to refurbish. Obviously, because we're still in lockdown, leisure centres and gyms can't be open back yet. But have you ever been to the Highbury Leisure Centre?
Sorry, Miss Mo, that is actually my gym where I go
is
to.
It?
So
wow.
I do use the facilities there, the classes, Pilates. I'm not really a swimmer as such.
Okay.
Thing.
Yeah. No, I hear that.
But I do love a sauna. It's very clean. The refurb has actually done the place good in the sense for customers. Yeah. And the staff are really nice. So I'll be, as soon as it opens.
Yeah, so obviously it's all ready and they've refurbished the gym as well. So you'll have something to look forward to when you decide to go back. But obviously until, the government says they're going to be reopening the leisure centre, you just have to wait. But I wouldn't mind taking a wander down there and just to see what it's like, because I saw the pictures and the pictures look really nice.
Okay, so I'm sure I can get you a visitor's pass so you can come along with me.
Okay, look at that though. Get my own visitor's pass. Don't have to pay nothing. It's free.
No, it's free.
Okay. And then I could just put on a different wig and come back again, yeah?
Yeah. Change your name.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, the two topics I had discussed today, as I said, is about the schools possibly reopening it in March. There's a message from Laura, and she said she wants her children to go back to school, but is worried about the precautions put in place for the safety of her child and the children at the school. I can get, parents will be a bit worried and stuff, but as, Miss B was saying, parents who are working from home or just being, parents at home, they need that break, right? Because, and then it's the stability as well of the child. Like, they have a routine. Yeah. So, between Monday and Friday, you're up at 7-8 o'clock in the morning to make sure you've washed, dressed, had your breakfast, and then you're on your way to school. And then obviously from that time, from 9 o'clock till, is it 3 or 3:30?
3:30. Right,
till 3:30, that's your time to more or less, even though you've got housework or you're working, you've got that break between them times, right? Until you go and collect your child or children from school. So yeah, I wanted to touch back on about the advertisement. So for me, I'm not so quick to take the vaccine. I've had phone calls from my GP saying, you need to take it, 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 like kind of like forcing me, even though I said, let me do my research. It was kind of scaremongering for me as well. So it's like, talk to me and say, yeah, you would like me to have it, but don't kind of force me to have it, because at the end of the day, I have my choice, right?
Right, you definitely have your choice. And even when you go on the places like the NHS website,
yeah,
they say to you to seek advice from your doctors. So really, your doctors should be not trying to scare you into having something. They should be able to sit down, take the time to hear your views and give you solutions to that, or give you answers to that, to reassure you.
Yeah, or have that conversation where you can give me the relevant websites to go and check, and let me make my decision. Definitely. Until then, don't be hounding me all the time to take it. Yes, there is a drop where the black community is not some of us are not taking it, and it's low compared to our white peers. But at the end of the day, for me, I just need to see more information on it.
Yeah, more evidence, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. So let's get back to some more music. The sounds of Van Jess x Kate Trinada, and it's called Dysfunctional.
I don't wanna play it.
UK.
And that was the sounds of Andrew Lee the Free with Dirty Sugar. And before that was Van Jess x K-Tronada. They have their new album coming out called Homegrown. Make sure you go and check that out. I'll be playing another track from them next week. So I have another message from Mark. He said his daughter is missing her teachers and friends, even though she sees them online, because I'm assuming it's through the Zoom or Microsoft Teams.
Google Classroom.
They got. Okay.
Google Classroom.
Okay, so Google Classroom as well. Right, so where was I? Yeah, she's asking when can she go back to school, which is like I can imagine, like the dad's reaction. Like, how do you explain when you can go back to school?
Yeah, I think it's really hard for parents right now to give a definite answer to their children to say, you're going back next week, because unfortunately it's not written. Like it's not. Yeah,
there's no letter to say, well, yes, you can start back school on this day.
Exactly. And like you said earlier on, there's going to be a meeting on Monday for it then to be discussed, and then once they've decided on whatever decision they've decided whether school's going to be open, then that will then filter through the schools. Then the heads of the schools within the borough then will have their meeting, and things will be discussed again. So there's like a procedure, there's steps to this procedure. It's not just going to be open straight away, and that is something really difficult to explain.
So if the Prime Minister at his press conference on Monday says that, you know, we're going to open up our schools back in early March, does that give the education, like the heads and all that, time to sort it out?
I don't think it gives them enough time.
Right.
So even if the MP said they're going to open back the schools in March, I don't believe that's going to be every school.
Right.
And if it is so, if that is the case, I feel that not all children will be able to return at the same time. It might be in stages. So, you know, like how they had, can't remember if it was like the 16-year-olds, those children that were preparing for GCSEs and A-levels and stuff like that, they kind of were allowed to come back into school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you. We're coming
okay.
up to our break, so make sure you stay here for That Saturday Vibe with myself, Sims Mode, and my guest today, Miss B. We will definitely come back to this conversation because it's very good to know. So stay right there.
You're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio. iLive Radio.
Make sure you start your weekend right with That Saturday Vibe on iLive UK.
And we're back. So had a lot of conversation today. So if you've missed parts of my show, make sure you go and listen back on pod.co, tune in, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Acast, and Mixcloud. Like I said, I'm in the chat room. Go to uk.iliveradio.com. WhatsApp, text only to 07564 265 257. So we was having the conversation, Miss B, just thinking like what would be the procedure in opening back up these schools, and you mentioned that they would probably have to do it in stages, or you yourself would rather prefer it opening back in stages, right?
Yeah,
correct me if I'm wrong.
No, that's definitely what I was saying. It stagnated. It's not everybody coming back all at once, because in some schools there's like 360 something children, depending if they're a 2-phase school, meaning that they've got 2 year 1s, 2 year 2 classes, 2 year 3 classes. That's a lot of children to be coming back into school all at the same time. Our experience on the last one was the social distancing outside the school when the children are waiting to come in. And the gate not being bombarded with all the parents and the children just wanting to get them into the school. So that within itself needs to be planned. You can't just expect everybody to come back all at once without something else being put in place, if that's the case, if that's what they're trying to do in March.
I hear that. I think if they're gonna, because when does summer holidays start? What month? Around what month?
Summer's holiday starts July. So you got March, April, May, June. So I'm thinking to put things into place properly so we don't go back to this lockdown situation. I think maybe if they started to try and open up schools in April, would that be feasible? Or is that too soon? Well, don't forget that there's the Easter holidays coming up. So even if
I forgot all about that.
Even if the children do come back to school, say March, which I very much doubt. So even if it was like the end of March, Easter's coming up. So then you're going to have the Easter holidays, which is another break, and then they're going to come back.
Right. So would it be then after the holidays that they would you prefer them come after the Easter holidays?
I mean, my son's a lot older now, but if I was a parent, then I wouldn't prefer that they came back after the Easter holidays. I would hope that maybe they might kind of kind of change the school term a bit to kind of compensate for all the time the children have actually had at home.
Yeah.
Maybe bringing schools being open, say, like you say, March.
Yeah.
Maybe working through the Easter holidays, or maybe only taking 1 week, because I can't remember if it's a 2-week break for Easter. I need to check my diary.
Okay.
But if it's a 2-week, then it should only be maybe 1 week, you know, so that the children are only off for 1 week, so then they can get back into the school routine.
Yeah. No, I hear that.
Yeah.
So, let me know what you think. Are you happy that hopefully schools will be reopening and you're able to send your children back to school? Let me know. So the next track I'm going to play is by a lady called Adeline. Hopefully I'm getting that right. And she is our single of the week with the track entitled Mystic Lover.
Becoming for me, you know, with the person and being being able to understand what the concept of the person is. And of course, that's always been love and happy, love and happy, love and happy, love and happy.
Sanity, light, something like a melody inside. I acknowledge energy, the vibe. Won't you play a game with me? I'll hide. I know you come see. I'm feeling so free. All 'cause of you. Unbeknownst to me, baby, you're love in the purest form. Peace for all I endure. Your presence I can't ignore. Pour into me, I'll give you more. What are we waiting for? Now I have the sweetest joy. Whoa. I think I know the sweetest joy. I think I know the sweetest joy. I think I know the sweetest joy.
Wait, don't
I think I
fall.
the sweetest
I know you love me, what about the hoes? Now I'm second guessing everything I know. We've been conversing about getting old. I'm cultured in agriculture, the farmer carrying seeds. Indeed, I'm planning on watching your belly grow. Interlocking your fingers and soul. Conditioned and making moves for the moment. Believe that being married was some old shit. And shifting my views made a grown man move.
all 'cause of you.
And I'll do it again. Slept inside the verse and made it a bed. Whoever feel a respect, I'll slide on anyone who's sliding the end. Proud vegetarian, show your carrots to all of your friends. Know they haters and I love to watch them smile and pretend. Broken hearts leaving hearts on the gram and vice versa. Old hoes trying to throw shade from the stands. And I don't give a damn.
All 'cause of you.
Anyway, what I'm feeling too hard to articulate. Everything you speak about, you demonstrate. I read this type of love is only found in heaven's gates. I feel it when I penetrate, but you can be an asshole. Get me tight like one of them. Hindsight fucking with you inside of me. Been exposed, feeling hoes, finding conclusion. I don't mind coming to.
That is all, it's all, it's all.
The magic is to cause the people to realize, to understand that there's a necessity. Becoming familiar, with the person and being able to understand what the concept of the person is, and of course that's always been love and happy, love and happy, love and happy, love and happy, for those things of life that bring magic, 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 magic.
And that's the sounds of Chris Dave and Daniel Crawford featuring, oh gosh, I have to really look for featuring Oswin Benjamin, Lindsay Thompson, and I think that says Spacek there. It's such a long, I had to make sure I get everyone. So Space Hunter, Space Bunny, sorry, and Jefferson. I had to include everybody, you know what I mean? But yeah, Chris Dave is a drummer. So he had this album where his feet had all these features on there. So yeah, I'm into drumming because I used to drum when I was younger. So any drummer I'm always following on Insta off. Oh, is it? Oh, well, hold on a second. Wait a minute. So when are we going to, rock out?
Well,
jam, or should I say?
Yeah. We'll have to make a date.
Yeah. Have our band together. Miss Law can sing.
Yeah.
Listen, it's our time, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Let's make this money. So, in the news this week, Rihanna's Savage Fenty lingerie brand is now worth $1 billion.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
My girl from Barbados, right? Big up all the Bajans out there. She is representing. I'm very proud of her. I am. For her to, obviously she I think she still does singing, but you know, she's had these brands, the Fenty makeup line, now doing the underwear, the Savage, you know, ex Fenty lingerie. I think she does some type of sports.
I think she does like a sports brand as well. But her journey,
it's been amazing. Don't get me wrong, I'm not really into her music, but her journey so far has been really amazing. So all I can say is congratulations to Rihanna. And you know what, the other day I went to Covent Garden and I went into the Boots, which is literally opposite the station, and I went and looked at her stuff, because like when it all came out, I wasn't on the hype to go straight away and look, but she really does have some nice products, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, no, my niece who studied makeup, she bought she's got, like, you know, that travel makeup case thing, and I think I had to go to an event and she did my makeup for me and it was great. Amazing.
Wow. So yeah, big ups to Rihanna on that. Also this week in the news, Lauryn Hill's, the Miss Education of Lauryn Hill has been certified diamond. So you know when you have platinum selling record, she's diamond. She's
come on now,
leveled up to diamonds. And you know her album came out August the 25th, 1998. And we're in 2021 right now. Like, congratulations to you, Miss Hill, with that. That is amazing. Do you have her album?
Of course I have the album. Hello.
Just inquiring.
No. Got the album.
Good. What would you say is one of your favourite tracks on there?
I think one of my favourite tracks is X Factor.
Oh, okay. That's one of my favourites as well. Yeah, and I did like the video to that as well. Such a beautiful video. So yeah, big ups to Lauryn Hill on your diamond. Diamond, you know? Yes, certified diamond. Big ups to you. So, as I was saying, talking about earlier, the topics about, you know, going back to school, children going back to school, possibly in March or even maybe later. We do have the press conference on Monday with Boris Johnson to find out not just about schools, but lifting lockdown, if businesses are going to be opening back up. I saw briefly in the news as well about people's opinions on if it's too early to lift lockdown. Some people said they need to still keep it because of the, you know, the struggling of the NHS and so many patients in ICU. Even though the COVID ratings in London itself has dropped. And it's dropping by the week, which is good to hear. And I think that's because of the lockdown and now that people are starting to take the vaccine. But if you, Miss B, was running the country, Prime Minister Miss B, would you lift lockdown? And if you would lift it, how would you present going forward for businesses to be open?
Okay, so I kind of caught this, I think she was a scientist or something on the news, and her explanation is that at this point, even though COVID cases have dropped, if there was a rush to kind of open everything back up, then by October, it would rise again.
Right.
If I'm correct in what I saw in her like pie chart, whatever it was that she was showing on the screen. So if I was Prime Minister, I wouldn't open up certain places straight away. Places like the pubs, which were opened the last time, which I feel could have contributed to more spreads because it's a social kind of environment. However, I do feel it for those pub owners and stuff because they've obviously, you know, they got to have an income coming in. I think it should be I don't know, they've put things into categories, so what's essential? And maybe the public should say, okay, we feel that this is essential for us and this is what we want to be open. I think they should maybe get the views of the public and kind of make their assessment from there. But I mean, restaurants and places like that, now they're doing a lot of things where you can take it away. So
yeah, sorry to interrupt. There is a message in the chat room from a lady called Mandy. So I'm going to go back to the previous one where she was talking about maybe a time to give those teacher assistants the promotion where warranted to help manage the students and enable a better transition for the children. Also, the question long term is, will the schools be able to manage the numbers of students returning with the numbers they had prior to the pandemic? The schools will need to be very creative with space, which is
definitely true, Mandy. Like we've already, within my school, we've already had to be creative with the space. For some of those schools which are actually really big and they're not actually utilising all the space that they've got properly, maybe they can have a year group on each floor. So the school that I work in, there is space that is not being used. However, when it comes to having it to be cleaned, we have a cleaner that's in all day, and all this lady does is go around and clean everything all day. So
I was thinking that they should do that. So that is in place.
Already in place.
Right. Because I was thinking, well, when they come out of that class for another class to come in, or if it's the same class coming back, are you cleaning it or just leaving it?
So the support staff are basically responsible. So say lunchtime, wipe the tables down, get the children to wash their hands. We alternated the dinner hall because dinner halls are not big enough to hold all the children at the same time, and the traffic passing, etc. The contact. So we've kind of limited when they use that, but then that means they're in the class. That means you have to do extra cleaning. Right. So wiping the tables down with antibacterial wipes. Like I said, we got the gel, we got the spray, you got the floor, antibacterial to clean the floor. Yeah, there's a lot of things that need to be considered.
Okay, so another comment from Mandy said, no to lifting lockdown, only allow essential business to operate. People will need to adapt to the new normal. Banks, supermarkets, hospitals, doctors, clinics, trains and bus services are essential, which they are.
Yeah, I agree.
I definitely agree with that. I've just been hearing a lot of, pubs need to be open. I'm like, that is not really essential, because you can go to your local supermarket or off license and go get yourself a beer or whatever alcohol beverage you want.
It's the same thing. It's just not coming out the pump. And I just think that the social aspect of it is missing. Yeah. But as you can see, people have been creative. Yeah. Have a Zoom party if you want to have, socialise with your friends.
Exactly.
Be creative.
That's what we've been doing.
And that's what we've been doing. Yeah. And I mean, it works for some, it doesn't work for some. Yeah. Some people need that physical interaction with people. And I just think that they just need to be cautious with it. And I think if they do open up things so quickly, then there's going to be a rise again, and then we're going to have to go back to square one. Yeah. And it kind of defeats the purpose of us doing what we're doing now. Yeah.
So lots to talk about with these two topics today, which has been very interesting. Let's play a track. The sounds of Soul to Soul, Back to Life, the Zephyrin Saint Tribal Vocal Mix.
To
Saturday Vibe, right here on iLive UK.
Your memory burns through my soul. It's hard to let go. Salty tears, lonely night. I watch the sunrise, but I hate to see the light. Was it something I said? Was it something I did? Was it easy to forget me? Or was it just that it never seemed like a good time to call, so you didn't call at all? Never seemed like a good time to call, so you didn't call at all. Wish I was a kid again. Skinnies are so much easier to mend. I'm not the one you need, even though I gave you the best of me. Was it something I said? Was it something I did? Was it easy to forget me? Or was it just that it never seemed like a good time to call, so you didn't call at all? Was it something I said? Was it something I did? Was it easy to forget me?
You've been running round all day, steady on the grind away. God, I hope they see you move just the way I know you do. Don't forget to take a breath. Don't you work yourself to death. There is only one like you. No one loves the way you do. I'll meet you right where you are. Each way. Call for me, I won't be far. Won't be far. And not be up there. Be up there. This way you can. Lay your head on my shoulder. 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 Tell me that it's alright. Put my hand on ankle till you feel right. Darling, you're the one that makes it alright. Love, you gotta know. You should let me show.
And that was the sounds of Jero Vandal featuring Kia Victoria with Slow It Down. And before that was Lilanga and Candice Bellamy with Memories. And before that, Soul to Soul with Back to Life, the Zephyrin Saint tribal vocal mix. I see Miss B nodding her head like yes. So I just want to read another message in the chat room. It said, personally, I think they should stop selling alcohol in supermarkets and other outlet during the pandemic for health purposes, and as it is a contributing factor to domestic violence, and victims of domestic violence have now nowhere to escape to during this pandemic. That's also another thing as well for those victims who do suffer with domestic abuse, whether it's physical or mentally. Like, my heart does go out to them. If you can get the help, I would say go and get the help. There are organizations out there that can help you. The time, 5:37. Oh, actually, 5:38 just now. Oh. So coming up later on, we have the Candy Show with Mr. C. That is from 8 till 10. So make sure you don't go nowhere. Make sure you're here for that. And also from 10 until midnight, you have the Red Planet Mix Show with Mixmaster Caesar, taking you through till midnight. Then on to tomorrow, Sunday, we have the Music Collective Show from 12 till 4. Then 4 till 5, we have Miss Lord for Talks Honest. Then after that, we have, let me try and think. Oh, Sunday School. That's it. Sunday School with Jukes. Yeah, with Jukes. And then from 9 until 11, we have our brand new show, The Love Shack with Shack Day. So make sure you are listening throughout the weekend onto iLive UK, changing the way you listen to radio. You get me though?
I get you though.
So I got one more news to give you. The trailer on Netflix for Biggie, I Got a Story to Tell, comes out on March the 1st. So it's just released the trailer for the Biggie I Got a Story to Tell, and a state-approved documentary that has been in the works for more than 4 years. Wow. Oh. The movie, which will be released on Netflix on March the 1st, was directed by Emmett Malloy and executive produced by Biggie's mother, Violetta Wallace, Sean Puff Daddy Combs, Mark Pitts, Stanley Bufanel, hopefully I got that right, and Biggie's former manager and current estate manager, Wayne Barrow. So I saw the trailer for that, and it looks very interesting. If you were a Biggie fan like myself, it's more like a personal insight into his life before he sadly passed away. So if you got that time, make sure March the 1st it will be on Netflix, so make sure you check that out. So we're nearly coming to the end of the show. We've got like 20 minutes left, but I've got to play a track by this lady, and I've been meaning to play this track for a while. You know you got to represent your UK talent, right?
Of course.
So coming up, we have Dea with Ultimate Dinner Party.
Can't be vexed with stress, no. Can't be less than my best, no. Can't be less than blessed, yeah. Ruga say with your chest, yeah. Ruga say with your heart, G. Tell my man to play with your part, G. I just moved to the party. Ain't no Uber gonna stop me. I start the tank. First I mic the thing, I don't murder it, no. I finish the tank, then I hit up the thing. You ain't heard of this, no. I call my bro. He's back on parole, he's back on the roads, yeah. I say my man, split 20 of crew, but that's 20 or more, yeah. I quit the ganja good. I kicked the habit in, I was a rabbit for green. I know if Sanko would, man, I be holding that egg to the end of his dreams. I was like that with the rule always dry out the bud and get dust in your lung for the team. But when the team is flawed, who's there to wipe up the bottomless cries of the fiends? I'm a fiend, I had the white in the back of my jeans. I decided to talk trauma, you talk about his wife back in the Jeep. The stakes are high, no wonder you're battling beef. I'm a vegan, maybe you should try take a leaf out of my book. All of these rappers look shook, I gained a couple more thousand followers. Do you know the patience it took? No patience at all, cause they know what I'm on, they don't know where I'm from. They see the dreadlocks and say I'm from JA. I am from Niger, just make way a goosey on Monday and Tuesdays, a bono on Wednesday and Thursdays, okra on Friday and Saturday, pounded yam on me like accolades. My brother just back away, I'm down by a bag today. I'm down by a fact today. Benson and Hedges is where Gallus head is. I smoke up batter for breakfast. I was relentless, but when I'm at work, yeah, the feeling gets worse, yeah. I ask the girls if they've got one to nurse, so I can be fast, yeah. I feel the stress on my neck from the curse, yeah. Eat to the worst, yeah. All of this nicotine ain't even worth it. You can't reverse it. I got bad shade in my family tree. My family don't speak. Oh, forgiveness ain't something these people can deep. Oh, so I take my seat, yeah. Oh my gosh, everything's big, yeah. Oh my gosh, he is a neek, yeah. Oh my gosh, uncle has got a new wife and his heifer done come from the streets, yeah. Mind your business, mind your mouth, mind your children, mind your clout, mind your mindset, mind your process, mind your fitness, mind the crowd. Talk the realest when in doubt, talk the deepest, feel the sound. Talk your weakness, talk your teaching, talk your feelings, spit it out, spit it out.
Are you gonna behave or be brave? Empire folks are enslaved. Hurt this world or make it better. Decide if you're gonna be sheep or play the shepherd. Free yourself, break the tether. Some think these are strengths, ain't something they can sever. Make you weather the storm of life with grace. Life's a race, you don't compete, not the place. Amongst the race, be the leader you know we need. Hopefully, you were really up for the challenge instead of being down for the easy route plow on. Don't quit, y'all, hurdle over pitfalls without breaking your stride. Do the people see hope when they gaze in your eyes? Then you may be the next king of a rock. If your word's true, then again you might be the first you.
So much as you grow up can stop you from dreaming as big. The world is such a vibrant, colorful scene as a kid. As you get older, it gets colder as you see what it is. See, life is something precious you can lose in a second. Your mission is to make it if you choose to accept it. It's not about the trends or the jewels in the necklace, cause it's effort and integrity that's truly respected. You gotta know yourself if you wanna succeed. I ain't perfect, but still you can follow my lead. Got my family and my friends, and that's all that I need. And that's the same set of values I'll pass on to my seed when I get there. I'm truly trying to focus on next year, with more celebrating, more music and less fear. So I guess you can say I'm leading the way, cause it's reality tomorrow if I dream it today.
Yeah.
Come on.
Flow stays in the zone, in sync with instincts, with words making you and your friends think. How can I be down? How can I emulate the sound? Hold your own ground now to penetrate the crowd. You picturing your whole life a plain old game, the same old same. This is why the cage bird sings some of my favorite things. I had to sacrifice a little, that's word of self-stizzle. And yo, it's so much more than just leading the followers. Yo, we could lead them and they could just follow us, but it's not progress. Zombie logic. A child can never escape his poor projects without becoming a leader himself with independent thought. Now he's pleading for help no matter what the cost. Life's on the line with the guns and crime. Scratch that, let me show you how to walk divine. Left step to impress, right step to invest in your best. Like the fly sneaks, not a crooked eyes peep at your soul strut. They wanna oppose but they can't. Now you're the new champ. Let the ones lost go follow the new boss, to give them a new course and sample a new thought. Add a drum roll, kick out the old, and base it on a wise melody. Produce a new pedigree.
What?
Yes, you my Medina, a queen like Amina or Fatima, redeemer of passion. We both had compassion for the black diaspora and all its vastness. You in my plans, thinking of a master, the essence of your dance, the truth in your laughter that I wanna capture and cultivate stature. I'll be here for you till the hereafter. There's a clear path to the love inside you. My name's Rashid, it means I'm a guide to we both are driven. That's why we arrived to a place where now anything we can ride through. To tell the truth, I lied and been lied to. Seeker of a deeper ether, you don't have to hide you. Time to be in front, time to be beside you. I don't wanna move with nobody besides you.
What do you say to having one of them hell of a nights? Move it, baby. We can make it larger than life. Leave me, baby. Yeah. Need it, baby. Won't be around the bush like they do. 'Cause I see something special in you. Yeah, what do you say to having one of them hell of a nights? Move it, baby. We can make it larger than life. Leave me, baby. Yeah. Need it, baby. Won't be around the bush like they do. 'Cause I see something special in you.
In me, you see a leader like Stokely Omamiya. The ways of a king, honorable and sincere. To get the people freed up. The soul of a rebel with his feet up. When it feel like the world about to erupt, I'ma hold you down till you see up. Optimism that we got from wisdom. We from the same tribe and we locked the rhythm to deep block the system. We did lots of living and lots of giving. A higher vibration, but it's not religion. I wanna pour into the riches of your being. We don't diss each other even when we disagree. And let's two-step to freedom and help the world see themselves in God and every human being. You everything and you happen for a reason. Your presence is a joy to be in. Yeah.
What do you say to having one of them hell of a nights? Move it, baby. We can make it larger than life. Leave me, baby. Yeah. Need it, baby. Won't be around the bush like they do. 'Cause I see something special in you. Yeah, what do you say to having one of them hell of a nights? Move it, baby. We can make it larger than life. Leave me, baby. Yeah. Need it, baby. Won't be around the bush like they do. 'Cause I see something special in you. Yeah,
And that's the sounds of Common. What do you say? Move it, baby. Love this track. And before that was Bop Aloy featuring Stephanie Gale, Tunji Edgar Allen, Flo, and Niles. So yeah, I see Miss B was popping to that other track before Common.
Yeah, I love a Common.
I bet you do.
I was like, yeah.
So, you know, it's 5:50 right now, 10 minutes till the end of my show. Where has the time been? But I just want to thank Miss B for being on my show today. Missed ya. Ain't seen you in, what, last year?
Well, I don't even know. I've watched you on the Zoom iLive Zoom parties that we've had. Yeah. That's as close as I've got to you.
Got to.
But this has been really nice. I've
Good.
loved the tunes.
Good.
Definitely my jams you played today.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah,
really
it was
appreciate that. Also, I just want to remind the listeners as well, go and download the brand new iLive Radio app. Go to Google Play Store, look for iLive Radio Network, download, let your friends know, leave a review as well to let us know how we're sounding. And yeah, remember, we have iLive Toronto, we have iLive UK, and we have iLive Caribbean. So make sure you go and download and check it out. So I'm going to say my little salutations for now, but I want you to find some space, whether it's in your living room or your kitchen, because we're going to be raving right now. Now, if you know about raving, get ready, yeah? I want you to stand up and get yourself ready. So, until then, peace. That's Saturday Vibe, right here on iLive UK. iLive UK.